stay here, we die.
I have a plan.
It's the end of days.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel here at Cinematic Critics. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new film A Quiet Place Day 1. So with that being said, hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. We're doing pretty well on the channel. We're closing in on 15,000 subscribers. This is really great. I started this channel back in January, and so to see this much progress happen in not that many months, I'd say at least 6 months, going on 7 months now because it's the end of June, I think that's just really awesome and I really appreciate everyone's support. So with that being said, let's talk about the film. So A Quiet Place Day 1 is a prequel to the two Quiet Place films that we already know about if you have seen the franchise already. We follow Sam, who's the main character in this film, played by Lupita Nyong'o, I think that's how you say it, I'm not too sure. And we have the co-main star in this film, Joseph Quinn, who plays Eric. The two have very good chemistry throughout the film. I really enjoy how they both looked after each other, including Sam's cat, who has been shown in the trailer. So the synopsis for this film reads, when New York City comes under attack from an alien invasion, a woman and other survivors try to find a way to safety. They soon learn that they must be absolutely silent as the mysterious creatures are drawn to the slightest sound. So something really big that we need to talk about when discussing this film is the fact that we finally see how the Quiet Place franchise started. We kind of got a hint of that in the second A Quiet Place film where they're at the baseball field and then we see the creatures crashing into Earth. But this film gives you a way different perspective in New York City. New York City, as we all know, has a lot of people. So the fact that they decided to use New York City for this film was very smart and very scary at the same time. Another reason why I respect them doing this is because you hear all the buzz of New York. You hear the people laughing and talking. You hear the cars, you know, braking and hitting the horn. You hear all kinds of sounds, which is like, you're not supposed to talk. So in this film, they really show you that, hey, you talking is gonna get you killed. I'm just glad that we finally got to see the chaos and confusion from a new character's point of view and not the other characters that we had with John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, and their family's perspective, because in that film they knew to be quiet where we had no idea what was going on. In this film, nobody has any idea, so everyone's talking, walking around, having a good time, and then boom, come out of the sky and cause havoc. That's all I'm pretty much going to say without getting into too much spoilers. One of the most standout elements in this film, A Quiet Place Day 1, is the ability to build tension. The director does an awesome job on building tension in this film, and it constantly has you on the edge of your seat. Everybody was quiet in my theater, to say the least. I mean, I could hear people drinking their Coke and eating their popcorn, which, you know, usually you don't hear because the film's so loud, but in this film, it's completely dead silent. The use of sound in this film is just like the previous films. Every creak, whisper, and breath becomes a matter of life or death for the character. And let's not forget the creature themselves. They were absolutely terrifying, just as they were in the other two films. The way of hearing those creatures run up on you, if you did actually say snap a twig or walk on glass, every time that happened, you were just sitting in your seat like, oh shit, oh my god, are they gonna live? Are they gonna die? Now, those are the positives for this film, guys. Let's talk about some negatives that I have so you guys have some retrospect into what to think before going into the movie. Okay, so the first thing that I didn't really like in the film was the fact that they knew the monsters could not see them. I really wish they would have touched more on the fact that, hey, these monsters can't see you, but they can hear you. They know to be quiet. I mean, that's kind of obvious because they know if they talk, they're going to get killed, but they never really say about how the monsters are blind or they don't have any eyes. They don't really talk on that. So me as a reviewer and a watcher, I didn't know if they could see me or if they couldn't. Something else I do want to say was the emotions in the characters. Yes, they're absolutely terrified, but there's moments where they were just being very emotional and they were crying just too much, like too much crying in the film. But hey, if that situation was going on in real life, I probably would be bawling my eyes out and probably peeing myself as well. So overall, this film was pretty good, guys, but there just was some moments where like the pacing just felt flat. It just felt like as if they had to put that in there because it's like, hey, behind you, watch out. You know what I mean? Some scenes just did not need to be in the film, but they were anyways. So going off of this, the film was pretty good. It had its moments where it didn't need to be there, and then it had its moments where it was good and bad. It was overall not a bad film. There were just a few tweaks personally that they could have made for me to like this film a little bit more, but overall the film is still worth going to see. So the big question you guys probably have, does this film live up to its predecessors? Yes, it does. It does. It's very good. I would argue and say that it was better than the second A Quiet Place film. So if we had to rank the three films, I would say that the first film is definitely the first A Quiet Place, the second one would be A Quiet Place Day 1, and the third one would be A Quiet Place 2. I would give this film a solid B+. I feel like that's the best rating for this film. Let me know, guys. Are you guys going to see this film? A lot of people have been wanting to see it and seeing if it lives up to the hype. I think it does. Let me know in the comments if you've already seen it or if you plan on seeing it. That's it, guys, for this review. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you all in the next one.